Get ready, guys, for dictation of legal passage at the speed of 120 word per minute. Start. For that purpose, when we examine the ocular evidence placed before the court below, we find the consistent statements of PW3, 9, and 11, which disclose that the complaint made by the deceased about the conduct of the appellant, that he made a demand for money from her father apart from his illicit relationship with the second accused, merits acceptance. Stop. PW3 stated that after some days of the marriage, the appellant approached him and his son for a sum of rupees 40,000, that when PW3 expressed his inability to make the payment, the appellant left the place in gaps by stating that he knows how to get the money from him through his own daughter. Stop. PW3 also stated that the deceased herself informed him about the torture meted out to her by the appellant along with second accused for money when PW3 declined to pay any money to the appellant. Stop. PW3 further stated that the deceased also informed him about the illicit relationship of appellant with the second accused. Stop. The pledging of jewels of the deceased with PW17 was also proved by producing Exhibit 3, by which PW3 repaid a sum of rupees 11,000 to PW17 to get back the jewels which were seized by the police along with ornaments. Stop. Para. PW17 in his evidence also confirmed that the appellant pledged the jewels with him. Stop. PW3 also identified the jewels which he gifted to his daughter at the time of the marriage, which were recovered from PW17 and marked as Exhibit 1. Stop. The factum of the living of second accused in a very same house of the appellant was not disputed, and the same was also disposed by PW3. Stop. He further stated that though his daughter complained to him about the monitor demand as well as illicit relationship of the appellant with the second accused, he did not inform the same to others except his close relatives, fearing any damage that he may cause to the matrimonial life of his daughter, which conduct of PW3 as a father of the deceased was quite natural. Stop. PW5, who is a relative of the deceased, also stated that the deceased informed him once about the illicit intimacy of the appellant with the second accused. Stop. PW10, who stated that to be the cousin of the deceased, deposed that when she visited his house once after marriage, she informed him that she did not like the environment of her matrimonial home and that the appellant and second accused used to talk in court language. Stop. Para. PW11, who is the neighbor of PW3, in his evidence also deposed that when the deceased visited her parental home on the occasion of a ceremony, she informed him that she did not like the relationship of the appellant with the second accused and that appellant was demanding money from her father. Stop. PW11 further stated that deceased also requested him to tell her father not to give any money to appellant. Stop. PW11 also stated that according to the deceased, she was not happy with the marriage. Stop. To the same effect was the version of PW12. Stop. The High Court, while examining the charge of abatement of the suicide committed by the deceased as well as cruelty meted out to her falling under section 306 and 498A of IPC, made a detailed analysis of the above evidence and held that the charges were proved. Stop. Though the learned counsel for the appellant attempted to point out that there was no proof of show that the appellant pledged the jewels of the deceased, we are not in a position to appreciate the said contention for more than one reason. Stop. In the first place, PW3, the father of the deceased, identified the jewels which were recovered from PW17. Stop. Thanks all of you. Now go for typing.